Are you struggling to get the user ID in Firebase for your iOS app? You're not alone. This is a common hurdle many developers face, and today we're going to tackle it together. I totally get how frustrating it can be when your code throws an error, especially when you're trying to manage user data. You're not the only one who has faced this issue, and it's completely normal to feel stuck. Here's the situation. A user reached out saying they are using Firebase Authentication to manage users in their iOS app. They can log in successfully, but when they try to write user data to the database, they encounter an error saying, "Type user has no member.uid." Sound familiar? Let's dive into this. So what's happening here? The error indicates that the user object you're trying to access doesn't have a UID property. This usually means that the user object hasn't been properly defined or initialized. Let's break this down step by step. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to fix this issue, but also gain insights into best practices for managing user data in Firebase. To resolve the issue, the user first needs to ensure they have the current user object available in their view controller. This can be done by accessing the Firebase Authentication instance. Next, the user should check if the user object is not nil. This is important because if the user is not logged in, the user object will be nil, and trying to access the UID will cause an error. Once the user object is confirmed to be valid, the user can safely access the UID property. This UID can then be used to write data to the database. Finally, the user should handle any potential errors that may occur during the database write operation. This can be done using a completion block. Fun fact, did you know that Firebase was originally developed by a startup that aimed to simplify back-end development? Now it's a go-to solution for many developers worldwide. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests that FireAuth has been renamed to Auth. To get the user ID, you can use the code let_user_id equals auth.auth current user UID. However, it's important to note that force unwrapping may cause your app to crash. Here's a pro tip. Always check if your user object is nil before accessing its properties. This simple check can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You should now be able to access the user ID in Firebase without any issues. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and tricks on Firebase and iOS development.